Let's do it, guys.
Well, Andy, another scrimmage day. How do you feel like your group did?
As a whole, as a defense, we didn't execute. We blew some coverages. We blew some coverages on the perimeter and stuff, and handling some certain routes. So obviously, we got to clean that up. For scrimmages and stuff, there's different looks to get put in, but it's stuff that's very correctable. Overall, I think it's been a really good spring ball and developing and gaining some experience and. Really working on some good things all the way around from the front end to the back end and creating turnovers like we've been working on, since last year. So, this is our first scrimmage is better today. Our practice yesterday was better than today, but it's the level of consistency. So it'll be great to see how the guys respond.
It's interesting, like you said, kind of the ebbs and flows of it and stuff. Like sometimes one day the defense is on top, one day the offense, and obviously you're going to get at least another shot next week in the spring game, of course.
Yeah, no doubt. So it's always good to see. Actually, as a coaching staff, we've been waiting, for the day like this to come where we give up some touchdowns because we want to see how they respond. Because they're all young and stuff. So it will be good to see, how they come back and fight, which they'll be fine. It was, they didn't come out today with that energy that they've had the last couple practices. So it's good for them to get a taste of what happens when you don't have that energy.
You guys have lost a lot of players from last year on the defensive side of the ball. Have some playmakers started to emerge? Are you feeling that you've got some guys that can be leaders on this defense?
Yeah, I think so. Leighton Vanderich has had a great spring ball. Tyler Horton's done a really good job. We know David Moe is David Moe and Durant Miles. And really Tyson's coming into his own. I'll tell you who's had a really good spring ball is Sam Whitney. And in the back end, we're seeing guys make plays that they haven't made before and doing a really good job. So we feel good. Yeah, every year you lose players, and you're never as experienced as you want to be or have the depth you want to have. But that's why we're out here getting that experience right now.
With Horton, yesterday he had a good day, and obviously he's a guy that the most experienced guy in the secondary. How's he looked kind of taking that next step?
He's looked great. I think he's developed himself more. Obviously that's the goal in the offseason and stuff, and he's really bought into what Coach Pittman and the strength staff is doing, and it's paying off for him. You see him getting in and out of his breaks faster. Yesterday he had 2 really good interceptions that you saw him go up, high point, go get that ball, and took one back for a touchdown. So that's awesome to see, the development there, that we're getting out of him. And really, with Mike on the other side, there's 2 really good corners, that we feel really good about.
The 2 safeties, we've talked a lot about Keikoa and Pearson. They were out there running with the ones, which is maybe with Hartsfield, was a little surprising there. But what have those 2 guys done to step up, and how would you feel with those 2 guys being your starting safeties?
Oh, they've done a great job throughout the spring. And not only in the pass game but in the run game. I think those guys were freshmen last year. Those guys haven't even been here for a year yet, and just the improvement and the experience that they're getting, getting thrown into the fire, they made a huge jump this spring. The blue defense, first team defense, has really done a great job this spring.
When you lose, you guys lose all your defensive captains from last year, and Hart said earlier this week, and it can almost be a little awkward in spring trying to find leaders, but somebody's got to kind of take initiative. And you mentioned that Tyler is a guy. How much does the defense need somebody like that when you lose Ben Weaver and Tanner Vallejo and Sam McCaskill?
But guys have emerged. I'll tell you what, guys have emerged. With Leighton and David Moe and Durant Miles, those are guys that, it's kind of like the deal you've been sitting behind. Weave and, David came into his own last year, and Durant down the stretch played a lot of football for us and gaining that experience. And then you have those other guys that are now they're growing that have played as true freshmen, the safeties we just talked about. And obviously Tyler's an old vet now, so he's doing a great job. And we not only with the secondary, he's done a really great job as a guy in terms of setting good examples and being vocal.
Saw Avery Williams make a big hit. It seems like a guy who can play a lot of places. He was a special teams, I think, scout team of the year last year. What does he do for you, for the defense and this team?
Yes, so he's done a great job jumping in there, playing some outside linebacker to the field, and him and Des Williams have done a really good job there. And obviously those are young guys too that are they learn, they make really good plays. Yesterday, Des made an interception to end the 2-minute period, which was an unbelievable play. it was the end of the half, so he took it all the way and scored a touchdown. It was a smart move. You know, it wasn't the end of the game, it was the end of the half. So to see those guys make plays and then they make their mistakes, but to learn from it and keep moving forward is what's important.
Week to go. What do you want to get out of the last week?
Well, you know, we still got that good old thing that we love to talk about, the triple option football, to work one more time, you know, next week and really, you know, get our guys once again. Some of these guys haven't been, you know, in those games yet, so the more experience we can get them, and then really just overall as a defense, you know, getting better with understanding situations, you know, and playing situational football are the big things. And going in the last scrimmage, obviously, where we get to tackle one more time live is tackling.
Are you pleased with the progress of the defensive line?
Yeah, definitely. We got a ton of depth out there. Those guys have done a great job, and they continue to get better every day, and they bring that energy too. They really do. They bring that energy, and you know, we've had a ton of interceptions, and you know, the DBs are the ones intercepting the ball, or the linebackers. But at the end of the day, you know, that's the front seven, the D line, putting pressure on the quarterback and causing those guys to make bad decisions.